Go ahead.
Fish Scale Dirt Oval Racing Network. I'm Big Kev. I'm here, man. We are just off the heels of the Gator Nationals from Springfield, Louisiana. Man, we jumped in the old motor coach. We shook on down to Louisiana and came back, man, and what a trip we had.
Man, it was an awesome trip all the way from the get-go, riding down, riding back. But what a weekend of racing.
Oh, it was, man. A lot of drivers showed up and stunk the place up down there. And, man, I'm telling you what, it was just exciting racing front to back. And the comments that we've had from our live show that we were able to provide the coverage down at Springfield, man, everybody is really loving what we did down there.
Oh, absolutely. And on top of that, the facilities that they had for our video booth. How nice was that?
Man, I felt like a king down there, didn't you? I mean, they had us set up in the suite.
That was very nice, and had all the electric we needed, and it made it very good. And I was really happy with how things turned out. But getting back to the racing, man, I mean, we had 2 solid nights of close racing.
Oh yeah, and man, you cannot top Saturday night's main event, that super late model race in Travis Bond. I mean, you couldn't have scripted this any better. If we'd have had an actual rider's hour writing this out, filming the finishes, him coming off turn 4, the motor dive, and Chris Hall making a hard charge to the third. I mean, it was crazy.
He barely rolled across the start-finish line. And, you're right. They were coming out of 4 as he was slowly rolling across. And, man, it was a phenomenal finish. I mean, that whole race, that 100 laps, it was full of it was just a lot of stuff going on.
The whole time, brother. And I want to mention this as well. Travis Bond's on a hot streak. He went down to seminary last night and brought home 2 more first places last night, Super and Mod.
He did. I seen that, and he was actually driving somebody's mod too.
Yeah, I want to shout out to this as well, brother. I got to give a shout out to my old buddy Kenneth Jennings, Victor Jennings, Greystone Speedway, giving me the opportunity to drive that black and orange number 62 down there, finish second in Saturday night event, and finish 5th overall for the Race of Champions. First time as many years we've been going down there that I was able to even make a Race of Champions or even a main race, and to come out with the 5th place overall finish, man, I am ecstatic.
Yeah, you can't take anything away from that. I mean, that's always been a hot rod, and how many times have you been racing that hot rod thinking, man, I'd like to drive that, and you had the opportunity.
Well, I had the opportunity, but I'm just telling you what, the wheelman that drives it normally is a whole lot better wheelman than the one that was under it, because I'm telling you, I just don't think I'm used to that much. I guess, I don't know, but I'm telling you, it was a pleasure. It was fun, and it definitely made my weekend more exciting. And I want to just shout out and congratulate all the winners. I got to shout out Mr. Russell to go getting the outstanding sportsmanship down there. To my opinion, that's better than the championship or race you can win. It's been voted on by the racers and the people there of who the outstanding sportsman was. Russell got that this year.
Definitely phenomenal, and just everything in general. We look at just everything and the whole weekend of events and everything that was presented to us. It was just, man, the good food, the good racing, the camaraderie. And, speaking of the awards, just talking about Russell getting that, we gave away an award too.
Our Matthew 5:16. And he had to retire to get it, he said. And I can't sit here and not move. I must got the dud mic or something, because they keep saying I'm being staticky, and I apologize for that, but I can't hardly sit still and not make comments and motions. But anyway, Brad Hill, and it comes away with our Matthew 5:16 award down there, man, and I feel like he was well deserving of that, and a lot of the people down there felt the same way. And I got to shout out and say this as well. We found his new calling.
You know what? I believe so. He enjoyed that, and he even told me, he's like, man, I believe I like that just about as much as racing. And he did he did a really good job in there with us, and he added a lot of color to the calling that was being done.
Hey, Brad Hill's phenomenal, man. I tell you what, it'd give him just a few days behind that mic, he'd be real good. Probably not as good as old buddy Cody, but he'd be real good. I'll tell you that. I'll say this as much, but I'm telling you, man, it was such a great trip down there. Gib and his daughter riding down with us, and the time we had a fellowship and fun. And I know a lot of people have asked, man, and want to know about opportunities. We are going to be doing our live events at several Fish Scale Dirt Oval shows this year at different venues. And we have got some opportunity for people.
Yeah.
The next one being this, Greystone Speedway, April the 21st. You didn't write it down. 21st to the 23rd, I know is the date.
Yes.
The Freedom 100 at Greystone Speedway will be there. Fish Scale Racing Network trying to provide the same coverage that we did at Gator.
Yeah, and everybody was asking, how can I be a part of it? I mean, to just be a part of us and say, hey, you want to just support us? We'll welcome that at any point. But hey, if you got a logo and want to have it shown, we're going to start this off. We got $100. You want to have your logo show up throughout the year as we do different things, you give $100 and you're going to get your logo there.
Yeah, in years past, it was you would provide something. We done the giveaways and stuff for our T-shirts and everything. So if you aren't providing your logo, we will provide your logo with your phone information, whatever contact information, to help support Fiscal Racing Network and get it. It can be a service, can be product. It don't have to be anything. You can just be a general donor, whatever. We'll put your business card up there and in between. Throughout the course of the event. That's for all year, right? $100?
It is, and now if you want a commercial and you have a little video and want little segments of that, that'll be $200 to have that.
For the year, and that is going to be in between like heat races and intermissions and heats and mains and things like that.
Downtime.
Where there'll be some downtime. Your commercial, your information will be out there quite a bit during those times.
Yeah, exactly. And then, we come to find out now, don't let this confuse you with actual race sponsorship because the events themselves will have their own. But for us, we're going to have what we call the hot pit caution because some races may not actually have a hot pit, but we'll have opportunity for the caution. So let's say, for example, you wanted to sponsor, be a part of the Pro Stock caution, hot pit, whatever. And this is for an example. All right, this is our Big Kev caution, or this is our Big Kev driver's hot pit. And that right there will be $50 per class per event.
That is for that class all weekend long.
Right. And if we did have someone that says, hey, I'd like to lock in that for the whole season, that'll be a negotiated price. We won't even mention that right now. But right now, they're $50 for each one as far as each race and each class.
Yeah, so if we're in the Pro Stock, A-Main, heat racing, whatever we're doing, anytime there's a caution or something come up with that, your name would be a mention as that caution or hot pit.
Yep, for that class. So that kind of gives that's a good little entry level intro to that. But going back to the other, if you're just someone that just really likes what we're doing and you don't care if you get your name out there or what, and you just want to say, hey, I want to help you guys out, we're always welcome that. We won't take anybody away from that, but that just gives you a little bit of breakdown of something that we could do if you want to help be a part of it and actually get your name out on what we put out there too.
Yes, sir. And like I say, no better time than the Freedom 100 coming up here in just a few short weeks in April. That's just right around the corner, brother. So if you want to get your name out there and get sponsored, get with us, get with Chris, and get involved right now.
Absolutely. And we had Gator as a great place to start things off, but we going to our own home place up at Greystone Speedway in Greenville, Tennessee. That is a phenomenal facility, and we'll have great racing views from there, and people get to see a lot of good racing in general because yourself, Greystone will not disappoint when it comes to good racing.
No, sir. And I'm just going to say this on a limb. Fiskell Racing itself. I've been to all several different tracks, man, and I've not seen any disappointments as of yet.
No.
And let me just say this as well, man. I want to tell you something. Everybody's talking about this, helping us out and stuff like that. This program, I had a guy message me just yesterday who was telling me, he said, I want you guys to know I watched every minute of everything. I watched the whole thing. He said, I watched it all from front to back. And I was like, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate he said he's just thankful for the opportunity to be able to watch that, man. And we want to be able to provide that. And again, like I say, man, we're not doing this to get rich or anything like that. It's trying to keep the wheels rolling to what we can provide it and just let everybody get the word out about Fiskell Racing.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we move on, let's take a quick second. Let's just double check, make sure, because they did say there was getting a little bit more static. So if we have to change the battery, we may have to do that. We'll look and see, is it plugged in good? Let's just double check that.
I don't know, brother. I think you give me the dud mic.
I don't know. I may have. I'm not sure.
Check one.
But I think it was more moving at your face because when you're moving it, that's when it was popping and cracking earlier.
Is it doing it now? Pop, crack one? Can you hear it through there?
I don't know. We'll check our tech guy in there, Eli.
Am I still cracking?
Just go ahead and put it back down.
Huh? I should be good now. Can you just let me know? Because I don't want to be popping and cracking. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll work.
All right.
Talk, Chris.
Yeah, I was reading because the guys are helping us out.
You can hear Chris breathe.
I guess
He's bad about that.
Yeah, we pull him over to the side
Chris
all the
wants
way.
to. He like kissing on that thing like he's
No,
wild.
I had it out of the way to the side. We'll try that. We'll try that number right there.
Hey, Chris is all up in his mic. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that was definitely up in there. I guarantee it.
Oh goodness.
I guarantee it.
He
So,
like kissing on that thing. Yeah.
so let's see. Somebody give us some feedback. How we got right now? Give a mic check, brother, and then we'll go right back
Mic
into
check
it.
1 2. Can you hear us out there? Can anybody hear us? And if you can, give us that. I think it's the notification on the phone causing static.
It's possible.
On what phone?
Maybe your phone.
I don't have a notification.
Well, the phone being close, I don't know.
Is it still giving the static out right now? Way better. Darn boring.
Way better.
Is
All
it
right.
better now? Me holding the mic out here? We're good now. Well, I'm sorry about all that, guys. I can't hear on that side of it. All I can do is what is on this side of it. But where was we?
Well, I'm not sure, but you know what? Big Bird said he can hear us, and we should be loud and clear now. So, moving forward, we was just finishing up talking about the Freedom 100
Yes,
and
sir.
been there at Greystone. That's what we had stopped on. We parked there for just a minute. So, get with Victor Jennings, Greystone Speedway, get things set up there. He'll have all that information. So, loud and clear. That's what we're talking
we
about.
want to hear. Yes, sir. The Freedom 100, just right around the corner, April 21st through the 23rd. And don't forget, guys, this is your time to be able to get in on the Fitzgerald Racing Network live shows and the events with your whatever products you got to sell, whatever thing you're trying to promote, whatever advertising you're trying to do, man, get with us. We can certainly help get the word out there. We will be on Facebook Live and we'll be on YouTube Live
That's
for the event. So you're covered in 2 different places there.
Yeah, absolutely. Going live both on
You
each
can't
one.
buy advertisement cheaper than that anywhere. I don't care what you say. And I'm telling you, I ain't trying to throw a plug, but I am trying to throw a plug because, like I say, it costs money and stuff. It ain't free. It ain't free for us. It ain't free for you, I know. But anybody that wants to promote their products they're selling, whatever they have, we do have that opportunity. Please get with Chris and find out what you need to do.
Just send us a private message on our Facebook page. That's the easiest way for us to track it. Or if you have our numbers, you can reach us directly on that. But Facebook page helps us be able to see it. If you commented on here, it makes it hard for us to track it. So just, send us a message. So and we'll be glad to help you guys out.
So that's in the near future. Fitzgerald Racing Network will be at the Freedom 100. Brother, can we?
Hey, you know what? I think it's time. I think we should go ahead and get ready. We said that this is a big announcement. It's a big announcement day.
It is a big announcement day, not just for Fitzgerald Racing Network, man, but a lifelong dream that's coming around to come to fruition, I guess is what you would say,
I think so.
for the Pain Gang, for old Big Kev. And I got to make this announcement here, and we got to thank the Profit family that's going to be in charge of everything going on down at Volunteer Speedway. I got to thank Mr. Cody Early for the opportunity. I know he stuck his neck out on a limb for us to be able to do this, but you're looking at the new track announcers for Volunteer Speedway for their weekly events coming up here in just a few weeks. Our home track, Bulls Gap, Tennessee, Full Scale Racing, we're going to be up in the booth getting to call the race.
And so what we'll be doing, there'll be some things going on. You'll see Volunteer Speedway, Fitzgerald Racing Network pairing together. Some of the live stuff that we'll be doing as part of promotion and things, you'll see on our page. You'll actually see it going live on YouTube, Facebook. Now, of course, we won't be showing racing.
No racing.
Nothing
no.
like that, but we'll do some other things that'll be going on. That'll be a lot of fun. We'll be getting fans involved and maybe tying the two together. I mean, just imagine it. How many times we sat down there behind that flagman stand halfway up calling races ourselves, and now we're going to actually be calling races.
Man, I just think it's exciting. Like I say, it's a lifelong. I remember sitting 4 rows up from the bottom behind the flagman all those years calling races for anyway.
I know.
Nobody could hear us, though. But, hey, I'm excited to be able to make that announcement. And, again, I want to thank the Profit family, and I want to thank Cody Early.
Cody had a big part of that, giving
And-
a recommendation. And, anytime you can get a recommendation from someone who has got their accreditations in place and says, hey, you know what, these are the guys that I think would be good for you. Man, to me, I mean, that's like handing somebody that's gold right there.
We'd like to schedule a few meetings, Cody. I'm going to have to, I need some training. I need to go through some very quick training here. Of course, I can know where capture or be even close to what Cody Early is. But man, I'll tell you what, we're gonna have fun. I'll say that. Wherever we're at any racetrack,
it is.
We're gonna have fun.
Yeah, and we'll be taking notes. We're going to go this weekend, providing weather, everything stays good. We're going to be seeing Cody do some announcing down at Volunteer Speedway this coming weekend because we're scheduled to have a big race. So that's going to be huge there, and we'll have our notebooks.
Oh, definitely.
We'll be taking notes on what's going on.
Oh,
sure.
Yes, sir. And like I say, I'll be checking out everything we can for old Cody to get it in there so I can say, slide job!
That's it. We'll have to learn some of the lingo. Now, here's the thing. We've both been known to get a little tongue-tied. We're liable to come out with words that we've never heard before, but hey, maybe it'll stick.
Hey, I'm telling you what, it is going to be a lot of fun. But there again, that's just another branch for us, man, to be able to cover these events. And I hope that by covering that event at Volunteer, it's going to help us with our fifth scale stuff too. And our fifth scale stuff's going to carry over and help us with our live events too at the big full scale track.
Oh, absolutely. Racing, our papa, if he was still around today, he would be grinning ear to ear because that's who got us started into this whole thing to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
Every Saturday, if we were doing whatever, working in hay, tobacco, whatever, when it come time to go to the race, we shut down.
You shut down, went and took your shower, got ready, you went to the track. And I'm telling you, it has been that way all of our lives. And like I say, I'm only 40-some years old. It only took us 40-some years.
It did.
But you know what? That's a bucket list thing that we can check out. They may not like me after the first week and may say, Kevin, that's not. But let me tell you what, old Big Kev's going to get her done at least one time.
That's it. We are going to have a lot of fun with it, and we look forward to getting with the people there because you know what? There's people still in the stands. They don't even know nothing about fifth scale racing at all. Anyway. And when they see that, they're going to be like, who's this fifth scale guys or whatever. They look it up, and we tie the two together. We bring some of our group over to the full scale, some of them looking into that. It's just going to be a good thing altogether. Promotion in general, dirt track racing, I'm telling you, we've been around all kind of racing. We've been a part of all kind of racing, even called in all kind of racing. But I'm going to tell you right now, my favorite is dirt track racing.
I love dirt oval racing. Man,
dirt oval racing, yes, sir.
I like dirt oval racing. And let me say this too, Cody Early, anytime that you're not out of town making a call or anything, that there's a race to get, please come down because we'll always have a spot available for Cody at the track.
Yeah, that's a fact. Cody is such a and one of the biggest memories I remember before I even knew who Cody was. Mm-hmm. I remember you had the girls was doing a tournament down in West Tennessee, and I didn't get to go, but I recorded that ball game on my recorder. And so recorded Cody Early. And I remember at the end of that game, he did an interview with your daughters.
Yeah.
And, that was before we even knew him or anything. And the biggest thing I remember him asking, I think it was Taylor, he was like, okay, how special was this? And her words was, oh, it was very special. And that was it. That was her interview, and to me it was just so funny. But I remember that's one of my big things. The next thing you know, he's over here calling races with us. And then on top of that, now we look where Cody's at now.
Man, I just hope bigger and better.
Absolutely.
I want to be bigger and better. However far you can go, I hope he gets there.
That's it.
He's the man on the hot track ready to do it.
That's it. So that's exciting news. And we're going to be part of Volunteer Speedway. And, we'll be putting out a lot of promotions for the track in both areas. I mean, to me, that's, I don't know, that's just great news, man.
I'm excited. Whether anybody else is or not, I am excited. Now, I think there's a lot of people excited for us too, brother. And let me say this, guys. Share and you show up the track. I know a lot of the fifth scale racers show up at Volunteer Speedway. You better be on the lookout. Old Big Kev spot you in the crowd. You never know what happened.
So be prepared. April 29th, that's our first scheduled race. Of course, we don't want to take away from the race coming up this weekend. Of course, we're all going to be there anyway. But make plans. April 29th, that'll be our first weekend. So be planned to be there. And, hey, you never know. Just like in our fifth scale world, you never know when you see old Big Kev rolling around and we got the camera. You're liable to be on our pre-show that we do there.
Yes, sir. And you know what? I'm excited about that as I can be. And ladies and gentlemen, I know this is going to be short and sweet, but I just wanted, if I'd have had my teeth in, I would have bit my tongue off. I have been in such bad shape holding this news back ever since we got the nod that we were going to be part of that. But I don't want to take away either. Like I say, guys, April 21st through the 23rd, we will be at the Freedom 100 at Greystone Speedway. If you would like to be involved in the advertising of Fitzgerald Racing Network and our live events at the Fitzgerald tracks that we're going to be part of, get with us quick, because it takes a little bit of time if you want to make the commercials to get those made and get them put on the program. So business cards, whatever you want to do, get with my brother, get him ordered, because like I say, the April 21st is going to be here real quick.
Yeah, and if you got your own preset commercial, even better. But hey, we'll still throw it on there. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you got one made, send us the video. We'll plug her in. But yeah, we'll be glad. And I'm looking forward to working with everybody.
And you know what else is going to be so cool?
What's that?
My final statement that I always say every time at the end of the race.
See you at the track.
Till we see you at the track. Ain't that awesome? I can just say that more than once. I can say that. Oh, man, I'm telling you. Hey, this is old Big Kev, man. Again, get with us quick, because like I say, you'll be seeing us in the coming days. If you'd like to get on there, please help us out. And, like I say, we're not doing the giveaway anymore, but this actually, I think, a better opportunity for you to be able to get out there and get your word out there. It's going YouTube and Facebook. So get them in, and we appreciate all the help. We appreciate everybody. Without you guys, there ain't a Fitzgerald Racing Network. There is none of us. So, I mean, without the racers and the fans, we got to have you all. And anything else you got, brother?
No, I think we can call it a day and hang our hats over
I feel
on
like
the
we
side.
made it to the end of the prayer meeting here, guys. And all hearts and minds are clear?
That's it.
All right. This is old Big Kev. My brother Chris, the Pain Gang for Fitzgerald Dirt Over Racing Network.
And Volunteer Speedway.
Volunteer Speedway. Till we see you at the track.